Without a vision, you have nothing tangible to live for. Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Ofo. Welcome once again to Instructions for Living. We've been dealing on the conversation, the process of becoming, for a couple of weeks now, right? So at this time, we want to talk about the two critical requirements for the process of becoming. Two critical requirements. You want to become whatever. Two critical requirements. First requirement is the vision. A vision. A vision answers a couple of questions. Number one, the vision answers, where are you going in life? So before you talk about, I want to go on this process to become a better version of myself, I think you need to take a break and answer that question. Where are you going in life? Without the clear answer to that, you would have no idea what process you need to go on, what journey you need to embark on. Secondly, the vision answers the question, what do you want to achieve in life? What do you want to achieve? Someone comes up and he says that, I just want to make it big. What does that even mean? I want to have all the money on earth. Is that all you want to achieve? I mean, when you think about all of your achievement, what exactly do you want to achieve? When you die and you have left this world, what would you be known for? What do you want to achieve on earth? Whatever short time you have to live, whether it's 30, whether it's 80, whether it's 100, whether it's 120, whatever be the years that you have to live, what do you want to achieve with your life? I remember I went to a secondary school to discuss with the students a couple of years ago, and then I just asked, how old are you? On an average, they were within the ages of 10 to 18 years, that particular group of students that I spoke with. And I asked the question, how long do you want to live? You want to live up to 40? And they shouted, more. I asked, you want to live up to 80? They shouted, more. You want to live up to 100? They shouted, more. You want to live up to 120? They shouted, more. You want to live up to 180? More. 120, 200? More. 250? More. And I was asking, when I got to 300, they shouted, more. And I asked the beautiful question, what do you want to do with all that time on earth? That's what drew me to this question now. What do you want to achieve? Without a vision, you have nothing tangible to live for. And that is why you would not know what process you need to go through. That's why certain individuals will become impatient with life. They would lack discipline, like we discussed in the last session, right? So the vision will answer the question, what do you want to achieve in life? Number three, what do you want to be known for? When you are at the other end of the earth and your name is mentioned and individuals are talking about you, what do you want to be known for? What would you be known for? Would you be known for a thief? Would you be known for a fraudster? Would you be known for a good person? I mean, in fact, a couple of years ago, I interacted with a lovely lady, a lovely woman, right, with a number of children, and I asked her, what exactly are you living? What exactly is your husband living for your children? She looked down, she looked up, and she said, above all things, my husband is living for my children a good name. I smiled, and as far as I was concerned, I said, that's enough. That's enough, right? He's not living debt. He may not be living so many estates. He may not be living billions somewhere, but he's living a good name. So anytime anybody thinks or, just mentions that name, that family name, you can just know, that's a good family. We know that man. We have heard of him. We have interacted with him. He is trustworthy. He is gentle. He is polite. He's, a good name. So what will you be known for? Will you just be known for having so much money and you were throwing parties every weekend, that your house was the bubbling house of the neighborhood? Is that all you'll be known for? Is there anything tangible? It is vision that will answer that question. Number four, how clear is the vision you have set for your life? The vision would answer this question, how clear the vision is. All right, so you break it down as much as possible, as much as you need to ensure that it is clear enough for anyone to look at it, and also for you to be reminded, this is what I want to achieve in life. For someone to just stand up to just say, I want to be a doctor, that's not enough. The vision is too vague. You know, there are different kind of doctors that you can be. You could be a cardiologist. In fact, you could be a physician. You could be a surgeon. You could be an obstetrician. You could be a pediatrician. You know, you could be a radiologist. You could be any kind of doctor. So what kind do you want to be? And even if you say, I want to be a physician, what kind? You want to be a cardiologist, you want to be a nephrologist, you want to be a pulmonologist, there are a lot of, you want to be a surgeon. Oh, I saw myself in a vision having surgery. I was in the theater, I was operating on the patient. What kind of operation? Are you an orthopedic surgeon? Are you a cardiothoracic surgeon, etc.? You know, so it must be as specific as possible. But then I have a serious issue with three kinds of people that I feel are individuals that are limited when it comes to the discussion and the conversation of vision. Person number one, they have no vision. They have no vision. It is so sad because these individuals, they run through life aimlessly. They wake up in the morning, they have nothing specific they are pursuing. They just run through life without any actual vision, no plan, no agenda, no focus, nothing. They go with every new trend. So they said, oh, this is the happening thing. They jump. This is the happening thing. They jump. This is that. They jump. This is they jump. This is they jump. Think of a young boy, let's say about the age of 15, 16, 17, just coming out of high school, about going to college, and he wants to, focus on his life. And then somewhere along the journey, along the, your conversation with him, you ask him the question, what do you want to study in the future? And boy says, well, anything that I can study. And, during the whole process, he just hears that, what is becoming popular now is computer science. So he said, computer science is becoming popular. Do they have money? Yes, they have money. All right, let's study computer science. And while he's filling the form and is writing to the university that he's applying for, he suddenly hears, after he has sent the first application, he suddenly hears that, no, it's not computer science, so it's actually political science that is the big thing, that is the happening thing. I say, oh, okay. So either he writes to retract, to withdraw that letter, or he sends a second letter for political science. And then somewhere along the line, somebody hears, no, if you're not a lawyer, you are nothing. And then he writes to another university to be a lawyer. And then he hears of this, and then, he becomes so distracted. He jumps with every new trend. They walk life totally confused. There is nothing they are actually living for. There's so much confusion in their life. They learn every skill, they do every business, they do everything. They jump here, they jump there. And every single thing that they do brings them to a very specific point where they have no idea what exactly they are doing. Maybe you've even seen certain individuals like that. They learn every available skill. You go on social media and then you see a pop-up, an advert that just jumps at you on your screen, and the advert tells you that if you have not learned social media marketing, then you are not in the loop of things right now. So you start learning social media marketing. You apply for this, you apply for that, you write this, you write that, you reach out to this person, you reach out to that person, you start practicing, practicing. Somewhere along the line, you see another ad that jumps at you. If you're not a graphics designer, you are nothing. Every company needs a graphics designer, and they just sell the advert in such a way that you become interested in it's true. This social media marketing has not really been the thing for me, so let's jump at graphics design. And then you try. Maybe you try it for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and then somewhere along the line, someone just jumps up and it just tells you that you should go into farming. That farming is the bedrock of everything. Everybody needs to go into agriculture because food. Everybody needs food. Animals must eat. Humans must eat. And then you jump into agriculture. You get a piece of land. You get some seeds. You sow, and then you start. And then before you know, somebody has come up to tell you that if you are not a doctor, you are nothing. Everybody falls sick, and then you start reading for exam to start. It's exhausting. Just thinking about it alone, it's exhausting. How can you jump from trend to trend? It's simply because you have no vision. No vision. Your vision in life would give restriction to your decisions. I'll say it again. Your vision in life would give restriction to your decision. You will just know that, all things are beautiful, man. These are good opportunities, but I have a vision. This is what I'm working with. Someone comes up and he says that I have a vision to be the best graphics designer in West Africa. And the person starts pushing for it. When you come up to the person and you sell an idea to go into agriculture, the person tells you that, well, agriculture, oh, that's a beautiful idea, but I have a vision and I am sticking with my vision. You bring a suggestion to the person, and a person that has a vision is undergoing self-imposed restrictions. He cannot just jump at every new trend. All right? There is no vision, there is no direction, there is no progress. Hence, there is nothing to become, because they see nothing about their future. They see nothing about themselves. And as long as they are able to see nothing, then they can become nothing. Let's look at the second kind of persons. The second kind of person are individuals that have the wrong vision. See, individuals that have no vision, they are dangerous. Don't get me right. They are very dangerous individuals. They can sell anything, they can do anything. But you see, the individuals that have the wrong vision, they are very, very dangerous. In fact, you have a person like that around you, run for your life. Right? Run for your dear life. They have the wrong vision. This person has they have a strong passion for something, but the vision that is following that passion is something negative. Imagine someone that is very influential. I remember a couple of years ago, I interacted with a young lady, very young lady, about the age of maybe 14, 15, thereabout. I was just interacting with this young girl, and I was asking her, what do you want to achieve? And I think she was in grade 5 or thereabout, just 1 year to leave the high school. And while she was interacting with me, I asked her a beautiful question. What do you want to achieve before you leave school? I mean, this is a very jovial girl, very influential. A lot of people are always flocking around her. She has the enthusiasm for life. She has the motivation for life. She's a person that can speak to anybody. She's bold, she's courageous, she's intelligent, she's beautiful. She's just like the very best spec. So I asked her, what's exactly your vision? What do you want to achieve before you leave school? And she said that she wants to destroy the life of at least 20 girls before she leaves that school. Sure. I'll be wondering, I was like, with all your intelligence, with all your beauty, this is how terrible your vision can be? And she said, yes, so that, you don't know what I've gone through, that so-and-so person did so-and-so to her, so she wants to give back to her society negatively, that they suffered her while she was growing up, so she must suffer people too. And her target was 20 persons that she wants to destroy their life, 20 persons. So you have people like that, run from them. They study the wrong courses, they get the wrong job, they run on the wrong journeys for many years. And eventually, of course, you can as well think it right. They become very influential in very wrong things. They have the skills, they have the gifts, but the vision that is fueling all that they are doing, all that they do, is totally wrong. It's to destroy people's life, it's to make a wreck of people's life, of people's destinies. So run away from them. If you are in such a situation, you need real help to change, because you must come out of that. Every vision must propel good things, must be able to help the lives, to improve the state of individuals. And then finally, we have this set of individuals that they have a vision, they have a good vision, but they lack the commitment to stay with the vision. It's terrible. It means that they see something good, but they can never put in the consistency, the discipline, and the personal commitment to bring about the results. They get lazy, they get frustrated, they get tired, they give up easily, they abandon what they've started very quickly, too soon before it builds up. There is no commitment. It's a state of being pledged or engaged to a cause, irrespective of the opposition or challenge. That's what commitment is. Commitment is being connected to a thing physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. In every aspect of your life, you are connected to that thing. While you sleep at night, you wake up early in the morning, you wake up late at night, you are thinking, your mind is full of that thing. Your physical body is full of that thing. Your ideas is full of it. Your finances is ready to be released. So that's commitment. So we have individuals that they have the vision, it's a good vision, but they lack the commitment to drive that vision. This category of people have a vision, but they are unable to bring it to fruition because simply of the lack of commitment. Most people find themselves here, they forget that every vision takes time. Every single vision takes time. And every single person that will learn to pursue their vision must learn that they must give time to that vision. Finally, in conclusion here, to the set of individuals, if you find yourself in this category, you've held on for so long, you've been trying something, and it has not really produced the kind of result that you expect that it will produce, but somehow you are already giving up, you are losing zeal, and you are tempted to try out something, but you really know the vision that you have in your heart. I want to encourage you today to just say, keep on, hold it tight. It will bring forth. Just give it time. Give it some more time. Maybe the time that you have given to it is a lot of time. Maybe 5 years, maybe 3 years, maybe 2 years, maybe 10 years, maybe 20 years. You expect that by now it should have produced much, but it has not. Nevertheless, the vision is for an appointed time. It would always stand the test of time. Give it time. All right? Give it time. Just be patient with it. Give it time. Keep putting in the work. Keep showing up, and you would surely see the result. You see, this universe that we live in runs by principles, and one of the principles that this universe obeys the law of commitment. That as long as this earth remains, seed time and harvest time would never cease. Are you sowing right now in something? Are you investing your time, investing your energy? Keep sowing. Harvest time is surely going to come, and it will come in such an abundant way that your mind would blow, because you will not believe how much you would have. Again, I'm Dr. Derek Ofo. Thank you for joining in. Before we leave, ensure you like, ensure you subscribe, ensure you click that notification button, ensure you keep on following us for Instructions for Living. We are giving out instructions here that will help your living. Keep staying with us and ensure you follow through with this series on the process of becoming. Thank you for joining in. We'll see you next week.